Good morning and welcome to P&B Sports Show. I'm your host, Areko Tom. And today we're going to be diving into the Spanish football. We are going to be talking about Real Madrid versus Levante. Real Madrid bounced back after a loss against Barcelona in the Super Cup finals with a 2-0 win over Levante. And Real Sociedad won the Barcelona side, the Super Cup champions, 2-1. What a massive win for Real Madrid and such a big loss for Barcelona as Real Madrid bounced back, not just tactically but psychologically. And Madrid entered the game under pressure but came out victorious, and they decided to control, and they were being professional and ruthless, unlike the Barcelona side who just lost their ruthlessness after winning the Super Cup finals. To join me analyze these matches today are our in-house analyst, Abel Sunday, and our sports analyst all the way from Edo State, Benin City, Ero John. Gentlemen, welcome. How are you both doing?
Good morning, Tom. Very fine. Pleasure to be with you once again. Thank you.
Good morning, Ero. Abel, how are you doing? I hope the weather at your end is fantastic.
Very, very okay. I know I'm still in the joyful mood, celebration mood after winning 9th bronze medal from AFCON. Honestly, it's not easy to attain such a feat. 9 solid bronze medal is in fact it's something remarkable. I'm so happy with the Super Eagles, and of course I know that next World Cup after this one we're going to win it. There's no two ways about it. Yeah, yes, you can call me the dreamer, but I'm sure that dream will come to pass.
Well, we can call you the dreamer now, and eventually we might call you. Eventually, we might end up calling you. The prophet, if need be.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, fantastic. Well, let's dive into what we are here to talk about. We are not here to talk about AFCON. We are not here to talk about the Super Eagles, but we are here to talk about the Spanish giants and the movers and shakers of football in the Spanish league. What's your perspective, Ero, on what transpired between Real Madrid and Levante? We saw Real Madrid after their 3-2 loss against Barcelona. We thought that they were going to relax or not outperform the Levante side, but they actually did. What is your opinion on the match?
Okay, thank you very much. Well, I beg to differ. I said the sentiments for Kingdom that they were going to do better after losing the Super Cup final to Barcelona. And there were two factors involved. One is that Real Madrid is a big club. Real Madrid is not a small club. And as a matter of fact, they have some players who they have been saying mentality more far. So one would expect that, having lost the final to Barcelona, you lost to a rival, your biggest rival as the Spanish LALIGA is concerned. So you have to move on. Even when a lady gets heartbroken from the relationship, at the end of the day, you must move on. So I guess they have to move. Secondly, don't forget that they have a new manager at the law. I think the match against Levante was the second game in charge of the club. If I can remember, or the third. You have to deliver results. I mean, this is the reason that they are on fire. And so you coming in, you cannot be giving up for 2 weeks. You have to deliver results. Levante over 7, if you go down to the right consider the better record against Levante, they probably better player. So I personally expected Real Madrid to win. Yes, there was psychological difference from losing the final to Barcelona. You have lost the final, you have to get back to win. The manager has a secret to win. Don't forget, he was quite under pressure from the sport of he has to put the club. Taking over the team. He's under pressure. I mean, the manager was just fired. He lost a couple of games, he lost a couple of important points, and he was really tough to do. So you cannot come here to continue from way to stop. Then, if that is the case, you have to tell people, why are you retired? If they don't know what you're doing, you have to also use the exit stuff. So it's a good move for Real Madrid. It's a good one for the coach. I mean, having lost final and it doesn't be good for the moment, but then you go up to win the game against the That's the problem. Not just the one side.
Okay.
So it was fantastic for
Okay, fantastic for Real Madrid, like you said. But I think what we saw from Alvaro Arbeloa was something that we expected. We saw him using a 4-3-3, which morphed into a 4-2-3-1 as well. But we could see that the full backs, you know, they were extremely disciplined. We could see the same thing for the centre backs. What's your opinion on the strategy that he used against the Levante side?
You see, every manager has their own unique style, as we have always been saying. Every coach has his own pattern of play. Everybody has what works for them. So Alvaro Arbeloa using the 4-3-3 and then switching to 4-2-3 which is the traditional formation that we all know. Is what worked for him, and you saw that he delivered the results at the end of the day. Let me say, the reason why some of us were clamoring for the likes of Ruben Amorim to change their position was because it was not delivering the needed results. If you like you are playing a switch-man defense and you are playing a three-man with one attacker, after he gets the result at the end of the day, I can remember vividly well at the time when Jose Mourinho was the coach of Chelsea. Some people were complaining that he was playing boring football. That's the first production because of his defensive pattern of play. But guess what? It is boring football. One means especially if boring football won't mean shortly. If boring football is what has been doing every day. You play your fantastic to go away. That's the end game. At the end of the day, so and the Lord is doing that solution, which is different style of play. I know. It's fantastic. And if it continues to do that and it continues to give it to leaders and desired results, why not go with it?
Okay.
The only number of coaches is that make sure you don't put players out of position, because when you decide to lose players out of position and then you don't get the best for them, it's a problem. See Manchester United, let me take this question I got, for example. I'm not a Manchester United.
Yes, you are a Chelsea fan and you are sitting below Manchester United on the table, so you can continue.
You don't have to run it on my team. I've been a disciple of Kobe Mino. I've watched him play for England. I've watched him play a couple of games from that. I know what brand I have. You can see Ruben Amorim refers to use the lack of a man who should have been thrown in terms of football called Manuel Ugarte over to the Mino too. But see what Medicari did against Manchester City. What was for the Mino? If he had one of the best performances in that game, that is the simple thing. Every coach has his own ideology, has his own mentality. Every coach has their own preferences. If what Abelard is doing now works perfectly well today, going to the remaining part of the season, then kudos, we can continue.
Okay. Over to you, Abel. I know that you are eager to talk about Real Madrid because prior to this, you just told me a lot of things, and I think that our viewers should know. But in your own opinion, what did Madrid fix immediately after the Super Cup finals? Because it was a devastating loss for them, something that made them lose their own Xavi Alonso and bring Alvaro Arbeloa.
But you know that in terms of football, anytime a manager is being thrown out, the new one comes in, you see that it's a norm. That should I say is a principle? I don't know if that's the right word to use. You see the players try to impress, they come out, they play, and you see a different brand of football. But in this case, I think Real Madrid they dominated. At the possession, they have over 70% of possession, while Levante have 30%. But then shot on target, they have over 11 shots on target, while Levante does not even have any. To tell that they were really coming out of Levante. Then the total shot was 6, while Levante have 10. I assume my calculations were correct. But the 2-0 win was Madrid dominated. But yeah, in quality, do they dominate in quality? No, because if you see the first half, you could see the fans were even angry, and they were even going the likes of Vinicius Junior, Mbappe. But again, my key takeaway from that is the courage and the character that Mbappe was able to put in that game. Second half, he was able to throw a penalty and get that penalty, and he's also scored the penalty, and that was brought this other guy to play and score the second goal. But by and large, I think still there's still a whole work to be done in Madrid, because if you see even how the goal music come on, the structure, to like call it, is the structure. You could not see the fluidity there. The fluidity is not there in the attack. It's just a structured goal. So what we want to see in the Real Madrid side, that you see the fluidity, you see those passes, you see the goal being walked down to the penalty yard, and to see a team working. That's the right one. You see a team collectively, but still I don't see that there yet for now. But again, one thing and one key takeaway I could see is like I said earlier, Mbappe, against all odds, he had to try and get that penalty, and that a little bit ease the pressure from the team, because after losing, like rightly said, after losing to a rival cup finals, honestly, to come back from it is a whole because of course psychologically they will be down.
Yes.
But coming back and winning 2-0 is another credit that you need to give to this guy. But I've said everything all. So if I have to repeat all this, is like I'm repeating what
okay.
But
my question to you now boils down, after the loss, do you think that Madrid's win was mental or more tactical? Because I think one thing that we realize is, like I said earlier, we saw that there was more balance from the centre back. We could also see that these players, like you rightly said, they play a lot more structured. But what you want is, let them take us back to the days of Ronaldo, when we could just dribble. Let them take us back to the days when we saw more skill, we saw more flair. But in your own opinion, I think the first question is this: do you think that it was a mental or tactical win? And don't you think that brand of football, of bringing in more flair, is something that might not work in this generation of football?
Well, I think I'll time, because I think it's the same question you're asking now. It's more tactical, if you ask me. And Eru said it when he was talking earlier. He said that if you want to play an entertainment football, you want to entertain the crowd, would that end the trophy to your side, or would that make you win the trophy or win the season at the end of the day? What matters is, however you play, just make sure you get the 3 points. If you like play call, you play badly. And I remember the case of Mourinho that he said, Mourinho can win game 1-0. When he scored that one, that's 4. There's no way, there's nothing you can do about it. If you allow him to score, then it's over, because you cannot score. He will lock that defense and throw the key into the Red Sea. There's no way you can get them. He will close everywhere. Do you understand?
Yes.
But at the end of the day, if you like to criticize him, the most important thing is that he has the 3 points in his bag already. Do you get? So gone are those days where you say you have to play entertainment football, you have to make sure you entertain the crowd, let the flames be. But there's no such thing anymore. I think what really matters right now is for you to win your game.
Okay.
They all appreciated. Sorry, I'm taking you back to AFCON. They all appreciated Super Eagles for playing very good game. Did we win AFCON? So all those things that have gone, simply like play any I want to play, entertain the whole crowd. The most important thing is winning. But now everybody's talking about Senegal. Senegal is
Okay. So let's bring it back, because this AFCON thing, I know you won't let it rest because it hurts you. It hurts you a lot. But let's go to Eru. It seems like Eru has a lot to say. From the Levante side, what do you think that this team could have done to stop the Real Madrid side? Do you think that there's anything that they could have done? Because they seemed extremely weak, and they seemed like they didn't have an answer to what Real Madrid had to offer.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you one thing today. You see, it's only in the Premier League that I have seen that you cannot play never. When it comes to the La Liga, the Bundesliga, the France League One, and the Portuguese League, and some of these things, there's just this, I don't know whether it's the traditional mentality that the big weeks we always have at the end of the day. It is only once in a while that we get to see the small things of an upset. What am I trying to say? I fully believe that Levante team, 11 players that enter that pitch and coach on their own, if you ask them to face it best, that they can get a result from the game against Real Madrid. Because he will not have the courage to play that day. Because if that's why the team himself will not believe that he will be able to beat Real Madrid. So some of the times, some of them, they are just there to show up. That you watch some of their games, you get so annoyed. Imagine what the Friday after. As can you play a game for 90 minutes? You do not have the studio for the family. They understand. So some of these things like they don't spray the I don't know. I don't think to answer your question. I don't think there's anything relevant to have done.
But a Levante side, sorry to cut you short. A Levante side that could have they held it down for the first half mostly, and they played extremely good defense. Why do you think they didn't do that for the second half? Because in my opinion, if I can hold it down for the first half, then in the second half, I must be able to do something. There must be a solution to it. Then also, you could notice that the Levante side, they could have done better when tracking, at tracking set pieces as well. But you could see that they were so lackadaisical. But even when you could see that they put in effort, there was no result from their efforts.
In football, I've been privileged to coach a couple of things. When you enter every game with a particular approach, a tactic, at the end of the first half, that's when you have the half end. You, at some point, as a coach, will realize that what I am doing presently is not working. Or my opponents, they've been able to read what I'm doing. They've been able to get it. So you have to either switch a plan B, or you get in a two other players who can better execute the plan A, which you really have to stick to it. I think that's very much different. I don't think the country could go down in the second half. I believe that Alvaro at the lower and the rest of this thing, they've already seen that okay, these guys are not they are here to play a low block, they are not here to win. They are just here to prevent us from winning. So I have to get something. If you watch the second half of that game, you see that the likes of Kylian Mbappe, the likes of because they start to play more individual. But more individual, I mean, they start to add a little more flair. And that's how Mbappe got his penalty. You understand? So I think the coach has already spoken to them at the halftime break.
Okay.
We are here, the American football, we are not going to win. So let's try to add more pressure. Let's get them to commit more blunders, commit more fouls, and that will give them the result. When pressure is too much, you may not be able to handle it, no matter how good you are. And that's when you begin to see penalties, begin to see own goals, and all of this.
You said something. You said they began to play individually and they added more flair. But Abel has an alternative view. He thinks that it's more structured and structural. But let's go back to you, Abel. What do you think about the way Levante played? We could see that, like Errol said, they came to play a lot more defense instead of offense. Do you think that that's the right thing for them? Abel, it seems like you're not with us. Okay, so we're going to be going on a short break right now. And when we come back, we're still going to be talking about the Spanish Giants. We are going to be moving on to Real Sociedad against Barcelona. Such a loss and for Barcelona and such a win for Real Madrid. Don't go anywhere because PMB Sports will be right back. Welcome back to PMB Sports Show. We are still here talking about the Spanish Giants. And on to the next Spanish Giants that fell. We are going to talk about Barcelona. Real Sociedad winning Barcelona. Ero, what's your first take on that? A lot of people did not expect such a result despite the consistency that Real Sociedad have shown so far.
I always tell people, whenever I say it, people take to argue, especially Barcelona fans. I always say that Barcelona is one of the most predictable teams right now on that team. Yes, they are very predictable. If you match them with a team that has a very tactical manager, Barcelona will not win. Let me tell you the truth. There are two things that help Barcelona. Barcelona has some very individual brilliance there. The lack of Rafinha, they are brilliant. They don't need tactics to destroy it. The lack of Lamine, no, they are brilliant there. And then the present and informed Marcus Rashford. You see, Emil Lopez. They don't have some
Once he
players.
reached
But
24.
overall, they are very significant. If you see the first goal that we talking about in the early stages of the game, you agree with that there is a predictable thing. You understand? So these people, they are coming there to play highlight. All you have to do, get with stars that do counter press. Make sense, get back in or play the same pattern that they are playing. They have the worst defense in Europe. I made both things for the big thing. They have the worst defense in Europe for the big thing. The reason is because I don't know what they are doing at the back end there. I don't know what they are. I said it some time ago that ever since the likes of Serapike and Rio left that has been the best pairing Barcelona has ever had in the defense. And then the moment Javier Mascherano left, it became war for. Ever since that time till now, they've not been able to fix their defensive problem. And so, when you are playing against a team that have a huge defensive problem and they are coming up to play a highlight, if people are playing counter press, as people like that, just only them for their own game. That's what Chelsea did against them. That's what the other day they lost to Real Madrid. That's what Real Madrid did against them.
Okay.
Just about that. The only thing that screams Barcelona most of the time is that brilliant attack that we have. That is very brilliant attack. So if it comes to be sure that you are going to play because their attacker sure to deliver 3 goals there.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my thing.
Okay.
It's a very specific.
Now, on the table in the La Liga, we can see that Barcelona has 49 points and they are topping the table. And Real Madrid is trailing behind with 48 points. My question to you, Hero, who do you think will blink first? Do you think Real Madrid will fall lower? Or do you think Barcelona will maintain that top spot?
Personally, I think Barcelona will make top. Especially for the fact that you see the people that are supposed to challenge them, I don't know how they manage to push them. The likes of Real Madrid, the likes of Thomas, these are the only people that can give them a run for their money. And then, okay, they always have to use against the player. But I think they're going to maintain it. And for Real Madrid, I don't want to judge Arbeloa yet. I don't know what Arbeloa has in store for us. So I cannot actually tell you now that Real Madrid will be able to give them the run for their money. Real Madrid will be able to stop them on the table. I want to give Arbeloa 10 games. Yes, I like to give Arbeloa 10 games. After 10 games, and I see what he's able to do, I cannot after tell you that, okay, before the end of the season, Real Madrid will be sure to overtake this guy. Real Madrid will give them the run for their money. So for now, I'll give it to Barcelona. Okay, so in your own opinion, you are not seeing a title-defining shift yet, but I think we have Villarreal who is sitting at third, and they have 41 points. Do you see them as a threat at all? They are simply compared to the Champions League, not the title. Okay, fantastic. In my personal opinion.
Okay. Now, in your personal opinion.
I think you've forgotten that I'm still in the show, right? Stop.
In your personal opinion. Oh, Abel, you are back. Fantastic. Abel, you are back. You ran away, but since you are back, let me ask you a question. Barcelona at 49 and we have Real Madrid at 48. Do you think that Real Madrid can hold it down? Or do you see Barcelona overtaking Real Madrid? Who blinks first? The
problem is, the problem with Real Madrid is the consistency. They are not. But Barcelona, in a way, you can say, yes, they are. Somehow they try to see how they can ground results. So you can give it to Barcelona. But again, you are saying it's 49 and 48. Barcelona also have a game in hand. Don't forget, they still have one game in hand. So Real Madrid have played more games than them. So of course they can use that. But let's just assume that that's a free 3 point for them. So 4 point gap is still there. So, but 4 point gap is still not it's not a lead in leagues like this. So anything can happen. That's it. But back to the game we're talking about against Real Sociedad and Barcelona. If you see what happened, I think, to be honest, I think Barcelona was somehow unlucky because the first half, couple of goals that was ruled out through VAR, goals from Fermin Lopez and also goals from Lamine Yamal was ruled out through offside also. So couple of goals like this, course, goal against them, and of course you will not take the quality of the Real Sociedad keeper Alex Romero, who did so well. But again, when one thing that caught my attention in that game is when Marcus Rashford got the equalizer. Immediately, Real Sociedad reacted and they got that. I think that was what stabilized the whole thing, because immediately they got the other, so they went back again and start fighting all over. And again, in that same game, another key point is Real Sociedad was now dropped to 10 man when Carlos Sola was carded. 10 man, and they fought down to the end. And I think credit to Real Sociedad, because they finished that game with just 10 men against the almighty Barcelona. So with all that, I think all Barcelona just have a very bad day. And Real Madrid, if they can keep that pressure on, something might just happen before the end of the season.
Okay, fantastic. You gave us what we needed to hear. Now, Barcelona's next match will be Oviedo. What is your opinion? Do you think that Oviedo can win Barcelona in their next match? And what's the scoreline prediction for you?
Me or what about me?
Yes, Abel.
Well, I think Barcelona. One thing about Hansi Flick, I beg your pardon, is he always learns from every game. So I think it's going to get better. I think Barcelona is going to win that game. 3 points to Barcelona. That's what I'm saying. 3-0. What? It's a prediction anyway. But I'm saying 3-0.
Okay.
So yeah.
Fantastic. On Saturday, we are going to be seeing, despite the fact that we'll be seeing Real Madrid playing Monaco, but on Saturday, we'll be seeing Real Madrid playing Villarreal in the La Liga. What's your opinion? Do you think that they are going to win that match? Because Villarreal, they are third on the table. And what's your prediction on the scoreline?
I think that Villarreal this is better than the rest of them. In front of the table, with the testament to that. So it's not going to be an easy ride for Real Madrid. Considering the fact that the manager is trying to find his feet and trying to get to some festival that practice play. So, but at the end of the day, Real Madrid is a big thing. Yeah, I personally, I think Real Madrid will win the game. I see a 3-2 prediction because I'm very certain that Carlos will score. So it's going to be a contested encounter.
Yeah. We will be seeing the Real Madrid side as well playing Monaco today in the Champions League. Just give us your scoreline prediction.
2-1.
2-1. Abel, do you have the same opinion? Real Madrid versus Monaco, UEFA Champions League.
I know Real Madrid is going to take the day because Real Madrid in Champions League is different. I think the
intensity is different.
They don't just play with it. Champions League is like that. I don't know. It's like that. They just have this. They just have the way planning result in Champions League.
Oh, fantastic.
So I think them winning probably 2-0, if not 3. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. It's like today you have something with 3 zeros, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Thank you, gentlemen, for your insights and analysis on P&B Sports Show. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you. My pleasure.
We've come to the end of P&B Sports Show. We've analyzed the La Liga matchups. Barcelona losing to Real Sociedad and Real Madrid winning Levante after their Super Cup final loss. For all insights, go to our social media on YouTube at Politics and Business TV.English, at Facebook at Politics and Business TV English, on Instagram at PNBTV_English, and on X, formerly Twitter, at PNBTV_ENG. From myself and our entire team here in our Abuja studio, it's bye for now.